Alright guys, so the thing is that I've always dodge 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 reality, like coming up to you guys and tell you guys how I feel. Because I don't want to cry. I don't want to show you guys my tears. I'm actually still in the hospital though. Inside of my ward is very cold, and that's why I came out to just sit under this place and so I can, get some heat. So the thing is that I'm actually not just happy. I'm happy because hold on. First of all, I'm very grateful to Almighty God for the safe delivery. But these people didn't want to go through giving birth through surgery. I want to experience the pain of giving birth with my you know that didn't work out because we're told something very scary. Although I'm actually going to be making a video especially for that, but I just wanted to make this very short video because I just wanted to let you guys know how how in tears I am. I wouldn't say how unhappy because my daughter is the most sweetest thing in like that has been consoling me and that continue to console me, and I give thanks to Almighty God. My husband has been there. He's been so supportive and he's been so loving. May God bless him. But I think the pain of giving birth naturally and the pain of giving birth you know, through tears is actually not the same. I don't know, maybe by God's grace, the next time we'll have a baby, it will be normal. Because this particular one is actually very painful. And it's been painful for days. For days, I don't know if my own is actually different, but it's very painful. And the thought that it's gonna take a whole long time for my tummy to just go inside back, it's just very annoying. But nonetheless, yeah, I give thanks to Almighty God. The thing is that I just want to make my vlog very realistic this time. Tell you guys how things are with me. If you don't like to watch it, fine. It's okay. But if you want it real, I'm ready to be real. This is how I feel. And I'm going to be making a story time about that. Okay, so because when I want to make the story time, I might gone out of this mood that I am now. So I just wanted to make this short video here because a lot of things is happening to me right now, which is actually not even making me smile. I'm actually happy, okay, because I've given birth and I'm alive. My baby is alive, okay, but I mean, I'm just in pain for days, and that's what's making me so uneasy, you know. So whenever I'm ready to make the story time, I will have to include this particular video for you guys to see how it was. Of course, I would be posting my labor and delivery my labor and delivery video, which I actually didn't catch a whole lot because I was also distracted with some very bad news. And hi guys, good afternoon. Okay, so this video is going to be a story time on my previous video. Yeah, and all of my cry you're gonna see or you've already seen before because I'm gonna be putting that particular clip, yeah, in this video. So it's gonna be a story time on why I underwent or undergo while I went through CS instead of natural birth, okay? Because that's anyway, there are reasons, yeah. And the reason for all of my cry and all of that stuff, man, I really cried. Oh, I cried like a baby. I cried from the next day I woke up on that bed while I was lying down. I was crying. Every little thing makes me cry. Every little thing just makes me cry. My baby makes me cry, me, my pain, everything, the thought of all of the, you know, struggles, all of the exercise I did, all of the natural stuff I took, but yet every of that thing, if I think about it, it makes me cry. Okay, guys, so now some of the reasons why I really cried so much was the pain. I don't know if that is how it is to everybody, but it was very painful to me, especially my stomach area. Like it was really, really painful. My stomach was just, it was just so painful. And that's, C-section place um, where I was operated on was very painful. I couldn't like sit for so long while I was in the hospital, yeah. And it was hell. And for the fact that the next day when I woke up, my baby was not sucking. So invariably she wasn't like eating. So it was another cry for me again. And also um the fact that I couldn't carry my child on my hands, the next that day, it was just another cry for me because every part of my body was paining me, and there was no, when you're carrying a child, you need a little bit of muscle to be able to hold that child. That muscle was not just there, okay? There was no strength at all my hands, because all of my hands was pierced. Like you can see how my hands is, okay? You hardly see veins on my hands. You hardly what before veins would come out, they would have beaten and slapped my hands so much before they could see vein. So all of this hand was just pierced. It was just red, 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 red everywhere. And then they pierced the side too. The vein here was very small. They pierced the side too. The vein here was very small. And then they ended up piercing here, this place. And then after 2 days, the the pin or whatever that they inserted to put drip, since I had to like struggle and carry my baby, I would have to fold my hands. So after 2 days, that place was blocked. So drip wasn't passing through here anymore. So they had to like, my whole hands, my dear, was just pin, 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 pin. And all of this place here and here was painful. This side too was painful. This side, all my hand was aching because of the pierce, pierce, pierce. Because like, there's no big visible veins on my hands, except when I'm stressed, or maybe when I've actually like carried something, okay, and then I'm stressed. That's when you see veins on my hands. So that's another reason why I couldn't carry my child, because my hands were paining me. So I cried so much because of the pain, man. I've actually not undergone such pain before, and where they put the epidural stuff on my back the next 3 days while I was still in the hospital. That place was aching me like um when you have headache. Okay, when you have like a very migraine headache, it's hit you like go, go. My back was doing me like that, and that was another cry for me. And for the fact that it was only just my younger sister Kemini that was around with me. She has no experience at all when it comes to baby, so it was just another thing. Okay. And my husband too has no experience when it comes to babies, so and me that I could just struggle and just do anything. There was no strength, and the pain was so much that I couldn't carry my child or feed her. And to add to it, there was no breast milk because I wasn't eating. I did not that I wasn't eating, I was asked not to eat the first day that I was operated on, and then the second day I was asked to take just hot water or Lipton tea with hot water. So my stomach was just practically empty for 2 days, and the medication that was given to me to subdue the pains were just like turning my eyes, and when I'm on the bed my eyes would be going like this. It would be as if the bed is going this way. Man, the experience was tough. I don't know if that is how it is. I see people, just go through C-section and come back and be like, oh yeah. But mine wasn't like that because I had gotten myself so much ready for natural birth, which I was already dilating, okay, before even going to the hospital. Okay, now let me go to why I was operated on. Okay, so on a Monday when I went to my normal antenatal, I was starting to notice some drainage, like some water coming out, so it wasn't like too much, but it wasn't normal unlike every other day, okay? So I complained to them, I think that Monday. Okay, that Monday, I think I wasn't even attended to because when it got to our turn, there was no, there was, they said there was no internet or no data or no service. Yeah, no service. Okay, so all of the doctors and nurses, they were just waiting. So we waited, and they just ask us to come back. So I had to go back on a Tuesday and then complain to them that I was seeing water. And then the midwife, I actually went up to the labor ward straight, and then the midwife tested me, like took hand inside and tested me and said, I've actually not started dilating. So So I had to go back the next day, which was Wednesday, because I was worried when I woke up in the morning. So when I woke up in the morning, I still was seeing water, and I was like, my husband were worried, so we had to go back to the hospital. And then I was admitted, though I was checked, and then they said it's just a normal mucus plug. Okay, so already I was already dilating around like 2 centimeter. So I was admitted. We went there around like that kind 11 a.m. and I was admitted in the hospital. They they said they wanted to induce me, and then they started the induction at around 6 p.m. in the evening. So throughout that afternoon we were waiting for them, because I think they actually do induce pregnant women only in the morning and in the evenings. So I was inserted a particular drug, a particular medicine, and so unfortunate, like, maybe I didn't actually meet the right doctor, because I was told that the medicine that was going to be inserted was going to be inserted again after 6 hours. Okay, so but after 6 hours, I didn't see the doctor. The doctor left and went to go and sleep. So when it was morning and it was time to, for the doctors to come and check all of the patients, so invariably after 6 hours, I was not dilating fast, and my daughter was just struggling, to come out and all of that. So the lady doctor came again in the morning and inserted another medicine, and so the dilation was not fast enough, because she left me and slept throughout the night, and me, I was just lying down and listening to myself to know if I am beginning to be in real time labor, because I was actually ready and prepared for it. My BP was normal, around 124 stroke 90 or stroke 80 or thereabouts. Okay, as a pregnant woman, it's normal. So, well, according to them, okay, so she now inserted another one at around 6 in the morning. Okay, so it was like too long, because she didn't actually follow the, so those are some of the reasons why I was crying so much. I was like, Heavenly Father, why was it that I wasn't, it wasn't like a doctor who, all of that stuff, who would just have you in mind and do this, do this, you know do his or her job rightly on you, you know so those are the reasons why I cried so much, because my mind was ready, and my body was ready for a normal birth. Okay, so but when the it was around 9 a.m. in the morning, and the chief doctor plus other doctor, there was so much, came around to check people, and then they checked me, and then the man now said that, man, who who did this kind of job, which doctor that left you this long, and not follow the process, or not follow the time in which all of that stuff is going to be inserted, and all of that. So let's say it was actually my luck. I don't know, but so the doctor now said they should give me hot drip, okay, so that it will fasten the the level. And then he now checked me, and then he now said I'm still 2 centimeter dilated. And when he checked me, there was blood, so, but he said it was normal, and that I'm fine. It's just that I am, since they didn't put the second medicine on time, they wasted so much time. That's one thing in this Nigeria, but nonetheless, I'm still thankful to God, so um, he now said they should give me hot drip, so that it will fasten the label. So they now took me to the labor ward. They wanted to, they asked my husband to buy the drip and all of that stuff that'll be, inserted into the drip, and I was prepared. I know it was going to be very painful or hot, 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 but my mind was made up for the pain. Okay, I was ready for that. Yeah, so when we now went inside the labor ward, and let's say a surgeon or another doctor came in and they said, okay, let them check my baby. All along that I was in the hospital, they checked me, they checked my baby. My baby was breathing fine, my baby heartbeat was okay. But when they now brought one machine that was not even used, it was a new machine, it wasn't used because the matron said it was new, so they now used it and checked me. So invariably, I was just the first person that they used that machine on. So they used it and checked my baby, and it now happened that my baby's heartbeat was going really fast. It was boo, 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 boo. And they were like, "What the heck is happening? Your baby's is your baby, your baby is breathing too fast. That is a distress for the baby, so she has to come out soon as possible." So if we, they now said if I would have to wait you know, for me to dilate, it's going to take too long because the baby heartbeat, according to the machine, was fast, was too fast, So that's when my cry started. I was like, God, I've prayed so much about this, and I was really, really, really prepared, to undergo a natural birth, and I was already dilating, and I was fine. I was okay, like for me, because I've been able to, by God's grace, go through exercises, go through some, good diets, and, eat some good food that would, give us strength, or that would be fine as long as woman knowledge is concerned. So I started my tears, but they said that if the doctor said that if the baby does not come out very soon, that the baby will become weak, and that when the baby is weak, there might be a possibility that when I wait to push, the baby might go. I don't want to use that word because when I heard that, I was heartbroken. I was so much in tears. I was crying inside of me, But my suffering of 9 months, my joy, my happiness, my tears, my sleepless nights, my pain, all of that stuff, I can't let it just go like that. So I and my husband, we accepted to go through CS, and it wasn't like I'm not saying CS is actually a bad thing, okay? It's not, but for me, I was very fine. I was very okay, and the baby was okay too at some point until they tested me with that new machine, which I don't know, So we had to accept. We had to accept it. It wasn't all of my tears, all of my crying was just the fact that I was okay and my baby was okay. Every father knows why things happen. Let me not just be ungrateful. I am so grateful to Almighty God because He's the giver of life, He's the giver of babies, He's the giver of everything, and He knows why everything happened. Literally, that's what happened. And when we now, um, so when we now, you know, went to the theater, the first line, according to them, that was passed here was not large enough for, some medicine to just, some drip or injection to just go in very fast. So they removed that one, checked me here, checked me here, checked me like almost 5 places on my hand. There was no large line, which is vein, to pass drip. So they now checked here, here was suitable, and all of those things was just another pain, but it wasn't compared to the pain that I felt after I woke up from the CS. That pain was so much, man. Thinking about it, now I've been able to like hold on so that I could tell you guys about this. Now that my pain has actually really really gone down, still I'm still recovering. You can see me, I'm looking really bright than before, and less bloated, yeah, than before. So they now took me in, gave me the injection on my lower back, and then from my stomach downward was, you know gone. You know how it is. If you don't know, just read about it. And then I was operated on. I heard my baby cry, and I was given oxygen there. And they that's all of their process, and they did all of that. I came out. When I came out, man, they took me, when they finished operating me, dressed me, they took me to another room. That room was so freaking cold. I don't know why they keep people there, but they kept me there for like 10 minutes, and I was shaking like hell. Because I really don't sleep under AC like that. So I'm not so used to it. I only use AC in the afternoon where when there is sun, or when it is night. I would have to increase the temperature, yeah, so that it can be blowing, fan or something, just to cool, just to create ventilation, but not really cold. So I was so cold when they now took me to the ward. After that place, they now took me to the ward because I told the nurse that was there, man, I am so freaking cold. So they now took me to the ward, and I now asked my husband to bring the blankets. We took our blankets from the house. So I now, he now covered me the blankets. Like I asked him to fold the blankets into two and cover me. So he now covered me. After some while, the cold went down, and I was feeling a little warm, and then I asked them to remove the blanket. So, the next day, that was when the pain started. Oh my goodness. In the morning, when they give me medication, like put all of those drip, give me all of the injections, the pain would go down. But when it looks as if the medicine wants to, go off, man, the pain will really wants to break my head. I cried like a baby, just like you see in that video. I cried so much. I really cried. All of my eyes were in tears
all of the days I stayed there in that hospital. But nonetheless, I was grateful to Almighty God because at least I am seeing my baby. My baby is fine. And for me, I was hopeful that I was going to be fine because, it's actually my first time. I met someone there in that hospital that said that she has, that the baby she has now is her fourth baby, and that all of them were through CS. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And you're this strong? Like, she was walking as if nothing was happening to her. And then I met another lady there who gave birth through normal, but since she was not dilated completely, like she wasn't dilated up to 10 centimeter, so her cervix was torn, like, yeah, and she was bleeding really 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 much. So they had to go and, you know, like, operate on her, like, sew it and control the bleeding. And when she came into the ward, um, she was transfused blood. They transfused blood into her, and her baby was not able to breathe very well. Okay, so her baby was receiving oxygen in another, in the pediatric pediatric ward, and she was here to recovering. So, looking at all of these things, man, I just have to be like, thank you, Heavenly Father, for all of these things. Okay, thank you, God. And now the pain has actually really gone down. Like, my stomach that I was so worried about has actually gone down too. Still going down. This is this is how it is. This is like few days to 3 weeks after my childbirth, and my stomach has actually drastically gone down, which I know is going to go down more. So I'm like, I was so worried about my stomach, and I was worried that, they said that if you give birth through CS, you're gonna subsequently give birth through CS. That's another cry. That was another cry for me, and I don't know how true that is, because I heard that there are some people who gave birth through CS, and then their next baby they gave birth through normal delivery, and vice versa, different experiences and different things like that. But for me, for now, I am grateful to Almighty God. I pray my baby, I pray I get used to, this motherhood thing, because it's been night vigil in the night, but we're fine. We're just recovering. And for me, I'm recovering really, really well. You can see me, I'm actually looking brighter. So that's basically what happened and how it happened. For me, I was okay, but I had to go through CS for the sake of my baby. Yeah, that was what happened. And all the cry, it was just for the pain that I felt. Because I've actually not undergone so much pain like that. You know, but undergoing all of those pain for my child is what it's, right? Yes, it is. And anyway, that's it, guys. I hope um you did enjoy it and you've watched it up till this time, up to now, like up to the end of this video. And let me know at the comment section what you can advise on, or is it true that when you give birth through CS, your subsequent childbirth is going to be CS, and all of that. Let me know at the comment section because I just want to know that, okay? Because you know sometimes knowledge is good so that when it happens it's not going to be like a new thing or whatsoever. Anyway, that will be the end of this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and please thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.